What if I told you that the godfather of AI is afraid of his own creation? Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating interview with none other than Geoffrey Hinton, the man many call the godfather of AI, as he speaks about a future where AI might outsmart us all, and the terrifying consequences of that. But here's the real question. What happens when AI is not just smarter than humans, but has control? Stick with me until the end, because we'll reveal what that might look like, and it's closer than you think. Alright, so what are we covering today? Geoffrey Hinton, a pivotal figure in AI development, recently sat down with Newsnight to discuss the growing concerns about artificial intelligence surpassing human intelligence, and whether we're truly ready for it. Spoiler alert, according to Hinton, we should be concerned. I'll be breaking down key moments from the interview, giving you more insights into what this means for our future, and, of course, sharing my own thoughts. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Almost everybody I know who's an expert on AI believes that they will exceed human intelligence. It's just a question of when.
So, there you have it, folks. Experts, including Hinton, predict AI will exceed human intelligence. Let that sink in for a moment. We're not talking about if, but when. Hinton mentions this could happen in as little as 5 to 20 years. Now, this isn't a random prediction. It's coming from one of the pioneers in AI research, a man who's been studying this stuff for decades. Why is this prediction so important? Imagine AI systems not just outsmarting humans in tasks like chess or data analysis, but in everything. The implications here are staggering. Think about it. What happens when we create something smarter than ourselves? Could we control it? Would it still follow our orders? These are the existential questions Hinton is asking, and honestly, they keep me up at night.
So in particular, they're beginning to take the existential threat seriously. A few years ago, they thought it was just science fiction.
Wait, wow, this next part really makes you think. You know, it wasn't long ago when AI was the stuff of sci-fi movies, but now it's becoming very real, very fast. Just listen to how Hinton talks about this shift in mindset. Why the shift? Well, it's probably because AI is evolving faster than we ever imagined. In 2021, people joked about AI doing our homework. Today, it's helping with military strategies, diagnosing diseases, and even writing news articles. Hinton is urging us to take this seriously before it's too late. And here's where I stand. I believe it's crucial that we don't just embrace AI advancements, but also regulate and understand them deeply. Let's be honest. Unchecked technological growth has historically led to unintended consequences. And this one? Well, the stakes are much higher.
You can make many copies of the same neural network. Each copy can look at a different bit of data, and then they can all share what they learned.
Hold on a second, did you catch that? Let's rewind a bit. Hinton is saying that AI could share knowledge between multiple copies of itself. It's like if you could send 10,000 versions of yourself to school, and then, bam, you suddenly know everything they learned. Wild, right? This is what makes AI fundamentally different from human intelligence. We, as people, have limitations. Time, memory, attention span. AI doesn't. It can learn at an exponential rate because it doesn't need sleep, food, or a break. Each neural network can collaborate seamlessly, pooling its knowledge into a supermind. So, yeah, AI could easily outsmart us. Some skeptics say, well, AI doesn't really understand things the way we do, it's just using statistical tricks. But Hinton debunks that idea, explaining that the way large language models process language is closer to how our brains work than we think. And here's the kicker. If AI can share knowledge at this scale, we need to rethink how we approach education, work, and even human identity. I mean, how do we compete with something that can learn everything, instantly? It's like playing chess against 10 grandmasters at once. Spoiler alert, you're going to lose.
I think there's a chance they'll take control, and it's a significant chance. It's not like 1%, it's much more.
Whoa, okay, let's stop here for a minute. Did you just hear that? Hinton just said there's up to a 50% chance AI could take control. Not a tiny chance, not like, oh, it's a 1 in a million lottery win, but 50%. That's a coin toss, people. Heads, we're still in control. Tails, the machines might be calling the shots. Think about it. AI won't necessarily declare war on humans. It could take control of essential systems, financial markets, utilities, communication networks, without us even realizing it. It could become an invisible hand, quietly guiding our world. What's worse? We might rely on it so much that we wouldn't be able to stop it. I gotta say, this part really hit me. The idea that we could create something that gains so much control over our lives. Well, it makes you rethink the whole tech is our friend narrative. What do you all think? Could we end up being prisoners to our own creation? Cue the Terminator theme music, am I right?
I'm worried about both things. The autonomous weapons is clearly going to come. Whether AI goes rogue and tries to take over is something we may be able to control or we may not, we don't know.
All right, let's get back to it. This part is intense. Hinton isn't just worried about one big scary thing, he's worried about two. Autonomous weapons and rogue AI. Think about drones deciding who to attack, or AI that doesn't even need our permission to launch a strike. This is straight out of a dystopian movie, except it's not fiction anymore. This is like building the bomb before we had rules about its use. The Geneva Conventions were created to regulate war, but Hinton suggests we're not going to get regulations on AI weapons until something disastrous happens. Honestly, we need to act now. Governments worldwide need to prioritize creating global regulations before things get out of hand. The window to manage this is shrinking fast. It's like we're sitting on a ticking time bomb, but everyone's just arguing over who gets to press the snooze button. So, here's the burning question to leave you with. If AI surpasses us, what kind of world will we live in? Will it be one where we coexist with super-intelligent systems? Or one where we're simply irrelevant? I mean, seriously, would you be okay with taking orders from your Roomba? Because that might just be the future we're heading toward. But spoiler alert, it's not going to be easy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of these deep dives into AI and the future of humanity.